this. I'm going to show it to you. I actually used graph paper. This is the original Lusternia map. It's all falling apart. Can you see it? That is Lusternia. And I did the same thing with the undervault too. The undervault's all. And the sad thing is, I don't think that's actually the first map I did like that. So yeah. And this was around 2003. We started Lusternia, and we basically disappeared for about a year, and we came back with the game. You know, and to this day, I kind of wonder if Matt was surprised that we actually came through and did it. But it was pretty fun. And if those of you who are really old probably remember the Microsoft group where I started releasing the histories a little bit, and we got a lot of people over the summer just before release interested in Lusternia, and we got a few builders out of that, and we had a lot of fun opening. Things were definitely rocky the first year, but any questions about oldies represent? Yes. Any questions about so far? Open beta was very fun, Guido. Very fun. Okay. So who abused the most bugs at the beginning? Probably whoever played a mage. I think probably Viserys did. Because when we first came out, my idea was that domains were unlimited, so people could meld in the entire world if they had enough time and wanted to. So, what made you take away Halifax and Gotti Gooch? Actually, in this, we were going to start with 4 cities, and there just wasn't enough time if we wanted to open that year. And it's probably wise because you know, it takes a while to get a player base settled enough and big enough to have so many different cities. You know, we started with 3 organizations: the Serenwald Commune, the and Magnagora and New Celeste, and then we added Glumdoring, and then now we have Halifax and Gotti Gooch. So, speaking of Halifax and Gotti Gooch, one of the reasons why I wanted to do a webcast was to talk a little bit about them. We're not going to delete monks, I'm sorry. Monks are here to stay. That was malarious. Psh. Okay. Here's the story. We went ahead and we did the mage guilds, as you know, pyromancers and aquamancers. And then I did something I almost never do, and that's I gave you guys a date. I said, okay, we're going to no earlier than, or at the minimum, February. We may be able to, the end of February, we may be able to have more guilds out. And the reason why I don't like deadlines is because it's so hard to meet deadlines. And you look like an idiot if you don't make it. So I almost never give deadlines. But I said at a minimum, at the end of February, we could look at having 2 more guilds out. And that's not happening, obviously. So where are we right now? Right now, we are, what we could do is in a couple weeks, we could open the Halifax Guardians. But that means nothing would open in Gotti Gooch. Is that fair? I don't think that's fair. Or we could, in a couple weeks, or maybe at the end of the month, let's say at the end of the month, we could open both warrior guilds, which is an option, and maybe we might do that. But I would prefer to open with the 2 Guardian guilds. I would prefer it for role-playing reasons, plus I'd rather have balanced the secondary skills with the Guardians before injecting the warriors in it. Does that make sense? So I don't know if we'll be able to release the Guardians by the end of the month. I'm hoping we can. If it looks like it's going to take forever, like another month, I'll go ahead and do the Warriors. But if it looks like the end of this month, or maybe in the middle of April, we can do the Guardians, we'll go ahead and do Guardians. Can we nerf pyromancy? Okay, that was a good question. We have just gotten the pyromancer, aeromancer special envoy report, so that will be going on simultaneously. We won't be putting that on ice while we do the Guardians. We're going to be doing the pyromancers and aeromancers as well as the Guardians, hopefully the Guardians, at the same time, so that shouldn't be an issue.